pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output, solid effort. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play. Everything was working for them to get that victory.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Harden out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Davis, and it's Chandler, and it's Dang in at the 3-side. Davis with a screen on Lynn. Dang goes in. That's good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
On defense, Toronto. It's a three-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
I'll tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
Well, we now know that Carmelo Anthony was battling through a torn rotator cuff and a torn labrum in the 2013 playoffs. Surgery seemed likely, and he would have missed the start of last season, but instead he went for a combination of rest and rehab, and that did the trick, and he seemed really healthy all year. Well, he defended the shot, got back into play, and grabbed the board. Nice play.
That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
And for Carmelo, he took a risk in not opting for surgery on that left shoulder.
Yeah, great to see that it healed without the surgery. His upper body can take a lot of punishment because he is a physical player. He invites contact as a scorer who gets to the line as much as he does. So nice to see that he'll be healthy, and he'll probably put in about 25 or 27 a night, which has been his norm throughout his career. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Heat in second.
Well, when you talk about teams that had a great defense last year, you got to mention these guys. I mean, they were great at finding ways to come up with the ball. Deflections, loose balls, and steals.
And Toronto has possession, down by 12. Now the dish to Dang. On the wing, Harden. Dang kicks to Rubio. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run, and that one's good. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Anthony on the wing, and it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
We get a chance to check out the story on Luol Deng. Very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate, and that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve, someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
Raptors trail by 13, and Rubio kicks to Harden. 1:51 left in the first quarter, and it's Dang in the corner, uncovered. Rebound by the Heat. There were a lot of great things Steve accomplished last year by the Heat, both on offense and defense, but at times people would overlook that defense.
Well, they played tremendous defense. I mean, maybe not as consistently as they have in the past, but, you know, to be as good as they were, you have to be great defensively, and I think sometimes that goes underappreciated.
And here's Rubio, following the three-pointer by Carmelo Anthony. And Rubio kicks to Harden. Davis setting the pick for Harden. Shot clock at 5. And it's Dang again missing.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Lynn's shot is off. Raptors trail by 16. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Dang. Banked in off the glass. Dang's got his second basket of the game. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Here's Lynn. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Davis sets a screen. It's Harden with the drive. Rejected by Kobe. And it's the Heat on the break. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
Raptors trail by 18. Rubio dishes to Davis. Dang passes to Davis. Feeds to Harden. It's in there. Davis with the assist.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Now Anthony coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Out to Kobe. This one for three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Heat lead by 18. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
This Wednesday, November 5th, the Toronto Raptors go up against the Boston Celtics. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too, Clark. We're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
Raptors trail by 18. So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Brooks is out there with Harden. Then there's Ryan Hollins. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Landry in at the 4-man position.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on the string. You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him and he had to take it.
Landry, a screen on Len. Brooks kicks to Robertson. Back to Brooks. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Brooks has got his first 2 points of the night. And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
And he gets it to go.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Anthony dishes to Sanders. Here's the floater. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Harden sets the pick for Brooks. Passes it to Robertson. Out to Brooks. From deep. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Brooks. And that's 10 points for James Harden.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
Up above 50% shooting now for the game, guys, and they'll definitely take that. It's defense where they need to key in.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Jeremy Lin knows that an awful lot is expected of him. He said, I'm very young in my career, and because the expectations of Linsanity are so big and the shadow is so large, sometimes I have to take a step back and remind myself the journey has just begun. It can be hard to keep things in perspective, but gentlemen, he's trying to stay grounded.
And nobody certainly will ever forget Linsanity, but it would be asking, I think, too much for Lin to be in that zone all the time. Thank you, Doris. The steal. And they're running. And here we go. Finished off the break. Harden's got 12.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
That's the way you creep back into a game. Get those key stops, push it down the floor with your transition game.
Outside, Kobe lets it go from deep. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Lynn's got 3 assists tonight. Toronto calls timeout.
Jeremy Lin, as you would expect, focused on addressing his weaknesses, trying to get better with his left hand, passing, dribbling, and finishing. Even his mental approach, training himself to expect success and to keep that next play mentality.
Roberson the pass to Brooks. Landry a screen on Kobe. It's Harden with the drive, and it's blocked by Kobe. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And the Raptors making a change here. Deng's checked in.
In for the Raptors, Luol Deng.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. 5 to shoot. Landry kicks to Brooks. The shot. The reverse. And Landry lays it up and in.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Lynn with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Count that one.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
Roberson dishes to Landry. And the layup's good off the glass. Landry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
A nice shot by Lynn.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Raptors trail by 15. Here's Roberson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
He'd have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. The outside leaner. And there's another one for the Heat.
I think he just wants to show us that he's got the whole package. The leaner, definitely part of his arsenal.
Pass to Landry from 11 feet away. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Lynn kicks to Anthony. It's stolen by Deng. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Nice job there, attacking the rim and drawing the contact.
Yeah, I like that play there. The defense had no choice but to foul in order to save the dunk.
And the Raptors making a change here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
In the second quarter, they've had the right approach. Very aggressive, driving, drawing contact, and creating opportunities at the free throw line.
Well, you know, if other things aren't working for you, Steve, getting to the foul line can be a good place to start to turn it around.
Really left alone that time. And that's now 18 points here for Lynn.
Clark, they're really struggling guarding that three-point line.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, Steve.
3-pointer. Deng can't get it to go. Duncan. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Heat. They lead by 14. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
I'm alongside Coach Casey, and Coach, you guys are getting torched out there tonight. What's going on?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Jeremy Lin really making a difference here.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking